Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G. And man, the Saints have made a trade, man. We're gonna get into the trade they made for the wide receiver coming from the Denver Broncos, and we're gonna get into this quarterback competition that's just been heating up and just got the Who That Nation in the uproar now, especially if you're on Twitter or Facebook and you just, kind of keeping up with the community and the fan base on social media. Yeah, man, it got the fan base split. I think most of the people are kind of gunning for Spencer Rattler to go ahead on and take the starting job, but we all know that Shuck was handpicked by none other than Motudis, Kellen Moore, the new head coach. So I think the organization gonna be pulling for Shuck to win this job. If it comes close, I think they're gonna go ahead on and just roll with the rook. But we're gonna have to see it play out. But let me get into that later. Let's get into this trade that the Saints have pulled off with the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton and company over there out there in Colorado, man. Devon Veely, I don't really know how to pronounce his last name, but he actually was, a real productive rookie last year for the Broncos. Him and Bo Nix, they had like a little bit of a connection. He played in 13 games last year. He had 55 targets, 41 receptions, 475 yards, average 11.6 yards a catch. His longest catch for a reception was 37 yards, and he had 3 touchdowns. Um, I think this is a good pickup. Now we did give up a 4th round pick and a 7th round pick. A 4th round pick is kind of steep, but over recent years we haven't been doing too good when it comes to the 4th round pick besides Cedar Deuce. But other than that, man, this guy is 210 pounds and 6'5". You heard me, 6'5". We needed a big body receiver, a big body target for Spence Rattler or Tyler Shuck. And this guy couldn't have came at a better time. We got the last preseason game coming on Saturday, and shoot, I think this guy could be a threat in the red zone. I think he could be a threat on 3rd and 4th down. I think Mortadis could scheme up some plays for him, and shoot, he just will be looking for, man. Um, I watched his highlights. His highlights is pretty decent, given the fact that he's 6'5", but at the same time he could fly. Like he could get upfield and he could stretch the field. He's a little bit elusive for his size, so he's not no stiff, 6'5", 200+ pound wide receiver. He actually got a little, wiggle in his game or whatever. He's kind of a little bit shifty. But the thing that worries me is his age. He is 27. He will be turning 28 in December. So he's kind of up in age. And also he only played one season and Sean Payton just got rid of him. So it's like that leads me to believe, like, is there any character questions, any character issues with that? Because Sean Payton just don't give up on guys that have promise like that unless it's like character issues, or maybe they not, you know, following Sean Lee when it comes to certain things. But at the same time, we could say that about Brandon Cooks. I mean, Brandon Cooks, same thing. I think he was a me first type of guy, and Sean Payton ain't like that. Got him up out of here, but at the end of the day, he still produced everywhere he went. So it ain't like just because he don't work out with Sean, he can't work out for someone else. You know, a change of scenery might be good for him. And if he did good with Bo Nix, I'm pretty sure he could do good with a Spence Rattler or a Tyler Shuck, man. So I'm interested to see what we could do with this guy, man. We've been asking for a big body receiver for the past couple of months, and we finally got one. Now, did we give up too much for him? That remains to be seen. We're gonna have to see what he produced for us while he's with us, and we're gonna have to see who Denver Broncos pick with their 4th round pick and their 7th round pick, I guess. Even though the guys that they picked, you know, might be totally different than the guys who we had picked. Well, we would have picked if we would have still kept those draft picks. But we're gonna have to see, man. I like the move, man. We got another trade with Colin Sanders. We traded him for a guard from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colin Sanders, he ain't even have to. He could have just rolled on the bus with the Jacksonville Jaguars to Florida, man. But yeah, man, we beefing up the offensive line. We getting more depth when it comes to wide receiver position. I'm liking the moves that we making, man. I'm really liking the moves. As far as the Saints season that we got upcoming, I'm very excited, man. I tweeted earlier. I said, let me see. I guess a lot of people was agreeing with me. I said I don't see how you can't be excited about the Saints upcoming season. We got Dennis Allen and Cole up out of here, and if the season be a dumpster fire, maybe the trifecta will come with Mickey stepping down. 2 young quarterbacks battling, a new head coach in more tutties. This is what we wanted. A true rebuild. I'm excited and I'm curious to see how it all panned out. I am, bro. I'm very excited. Like when it comes to a rebuild, I'm just patient with the process. Of course, you want to hit on the quarterback and the head coach as soon as possible, but at the end of the day, not everybody going to be the Houston Texans. You know, sometimes this stuff takes patience, maybe 3 years, and along the way, you just build your foundational players. You know, you get the trenches right on the offensive line, defensive side of the ball. You get your playmakers right on offensive side, defensive side of the ball, and you get a good coaching staff. And from there, you just hope that you can hit on head coach and quarterback. Because evidently, if you ain't got neither one of them or both of them, then you ain't going nowhere. That's just my honest opinion. But I think Kellen Moore, I think he could be our Sean McVay. I think he could be our Kevin O'Connell. You know, I got some high hopes for him. I kind of wanted a stern head coach, one that has a backbone and one that's kind of rowdy and bravado, but I'll take what I can get if he's an offensive genius. You know, let me see. And also I want to get into the quarterback competition, man. The quarterback competition before our eyes right now is just the fan base is split, man. We got your Tyler Shuck people who we picked them at 40. So it's like, go ahead on and roll with them. You invested a lot with a guy picking at 40 overall. And then you got your Spence Rattler people. They feel like Spence Rattler, so far in his competition, he's leading the way. And at the same time, you don't hurt Shuck's confidence just throwing him out into the fire week 1. Go ahead on and let Rattler play. And, you know, probably like 7-8 games in, if we just looking terrible and things just not working out, then go ahead on and let the rookie play. He'll be picked more up on the offense, the playbook, and, you know, he should have his confidence more ready in, you know, you just don't want to throw a guy out there week 1. You know, you always want to have the veteran go out there, let the rookie kind of catch up on everything with the playbook, the signal callings, audible, and, you know, just how to become a pro. You know, the day in and day out of being a pro. And, you know, if there's no rush for him to be out there, if it's just unnecessary, then it's unnecessary. But they got, on the other hand, they got some people who's, man, he's 26. We ain't got no time for him to be, you know, sitting on the sideline. We got to see what's up with this dude right now, because it's a deep quarterback draft upcoming, and we need to know if this guy going to be our franchise or not. We ain't got no time to waste, because at the end of the day, you'll be wasting time with Spence Rattler, because a lot of people believe that he ain't nothing but a backup anyway, or at best an average starter, below average starter, if you will. You know, a lot of people look at Spencer Rattler as another Teddy Bridgewater, something like that. Now they got some people who got high hopes for Spencer Rattler to say his ceiling is probably Baker Mayfield. So it all depends on the person. Me, I'm just happy we got a quarterback battle between two young quarterbacks that could potentially, you know, be our franchise. And if neither one of them panned out, they got a deep draft. Sometimes being a fan going into a season with low expectations could be the best seasons, because your disappointment ain't that deep. When you go into the season and you know you got a playoff team, you know you got a Super Bowl caliber team, and you just fall up short from the playoffs, you fall up short in lay an egg in the first or second round, that hurts. But when you're a team and you just go up in there with no expectations and you all of a sudden out the blue just do good, that's a good feeling. Look at the Texans, look at the Vikings, and a lot of people are kind of pointing towards those teams saying we could. Why not us? Why can't we be that next team that can have that success? Turn around in just 1 year. New head coach, new quarterback. But all in all, as a Saints fan, I think you should be embracing this uh rebuild. You should be embracing this process. I think we should be patient. Don't be too critical on the staff. You got to see what we working with. We ain't really got a lot of key foundational players. We got to see what we got. Now, the good thing about it, I'm feeling good about Kelvin Banks. Kelvin Banks make me sleep at night better knowing that we picked Foskey. Kelvin Banks make me sleep better at night knowing that we picked a lot of players that just ain't panned out. Because Lord knows, Davenport and Peyton Turner, they set us back to Kingdom Come. But I want to know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you like the trade that the Saints have made? Do you feel like we gave up too much? Did you look at his highlights and feel like he could really bring production to his team in the wide receiver room that's desperately need help with depth? And let me know about what you think about the quarterback competition. Like, are you team Shuck or your team Rattler? Does it don't matter? You just want the Saints to go out there and have a fun season? Let me know in the comment section below, man. Until next time, man. Who dat?